عليكم. احنا حاليا في الطيارة رايحين من شيكاغو لسان فرانسيسكو. آخر محطة لنا في الرحلة هي سان فرانسيسكو. هنشوف إن شاء الله الزيتونة اللي هو مركز حق الشيخ حمزة يوسف. الحمد لله سان فرانسيسكو المحطة الأخيرة من الرحلة حقتنا. حنقضي تقريبا 3 أو 4 أيام هنا، حنزور فيها الزيتونة، حنزور فيها الشيخ حمزة وعائلته، وإن شاء الله تكون رحلة طيبة بإذن الله. صباح الخير. احنا لازلنا في سان فرانسيسكو اليوم 26 من الرحلة which is 9 سبتمبر، الخميس 9 سبتمبر. الجو اليوم في سان فرانسيسكو جدا حلو صراحة. الكم يوم اللي فاتوا كان حر، اليوم في ما شاء الله نسمة هواء طيبة والجو في يعني برد. فإن شاء الله الحين نحن في طريقنا إلى بيركلي. في بيركلي حنقابل فيه دكتور بيدرس اللغة العربية. الشيء الممتع في الموضوع انه من بعد 11 سبتمبر تقريبا كمية الناس اللي صارت بتدرس اللغة العربية واهتمت في اللغة العربية 3 أضعاف. I think that's where we're going. ايش اسمه؟
شكرا. Now we want to listen to Khalid's program. برنامج خالد.
اجتمعت كل العائلة على الإفطار كما اعتادت أن تفعل كل سنة. أشرفت جدتي على إعداد كل شيء. انشغلت عمتي فاطمة وزوجة عمي عادل منذ الصباح بالطبخ. أما زوجة عمي أحمد الذي وصل من أبو ظبي منذ 3 أيام فقد تولت إعداد قمر الدين والكنافة.
من يذكر خالد؟ جدته ماذا تفعل؟ تشرف على ماذا؟ على الاستعداد. تشرف على الاستعداد. من أيضا؟
عمه.
زوجة عمه أحمد.
أحمد.
ماذا تفعل؟
تطبخ قمر الدين وكنافة.
هناك عمتي فاطمة وزوجة عمي أحمد وزوجة عمي عادل. ماذا يفعلون؟ نسمع مرة أخرى، نشاهد هذا المقطع مرة أخرى.
عن بقية شهور السنة، إذ أقوم من النوم متأخرا وأنام قليلا بعد الظهر. بعد الإفطار نشاهد المسلسل التلفزيوني.
كل سنة وانتم طيبين، رمضان كريم، شرفتونا ونورتونا.
إذا ماذا يفعل في رمضان؟ في أي ساعة هو يصحو؟ متأخرة، ولكن نحن نشاهد الساعة 9. ماذا يفعل؟ بعد ذلك؟
ينام قليلا.
ينام قليلا، هذا هل هو في الصف؟ لا. متى تجتمع؟ خالد يقول تجتمع العائلة على الإفطار في شهر رمضان. مثلا هنا في أمريكا في أي مناسبة، في عيد رأس السنة، أما في عيد الميلاد، عيد الشكر، متى تجتمع العائلة؟ ماذا يفعلون؟ ماذا تفعلون؟ وهذه الأسئلة ممكن كل ثلاثة معا. هذه الأسئلة، تفضل. كل ثلاثة.
ما هذا كسل؟ نحن تلاميذ كسالى تنشطوا.
الكنافة
والكنافة والقمرين
كبة
يعني
كبة
أقول في ساعة 10.
حقيقة
في أمر الحقير إيش بعدها؟
كطعم الموت في أمر عظيم.
خلاص شكرا. الأستاذ حمزة يوسف هو ضيف، وهو يريد أن يتكلم معكم عن هذان البيتين من الشعر.
بيت شعر.
بيت شعر، نعرف بيت شعر. ما معنى شعر؟ ما معنى؟ لا، شعر poetry. بيت شعر واحد.
العرب يقولون البيوت بيتان. البيوت بيتان. بيت من الشعر وبيت من الشعر. Okay. Houses, there are two types of houses. بيت من الشعر, a house of poetry, وبيت من الشعر, and a Bedouin's house. Because sha'ar means hair, and they make the tents out of hair. So they call a line of poetry, it's called a bait, because it's where a meaning lives. So this is al-Mutanabbi, sha'irun mashhurun Arabi.
المتنبي.
المتنبي
هذا اسم الشاعر.
اسم الشاعر المتنبي. فقال الشاعر: إذا غمرت في أمر مروم أو شرف مروم، إذا غمرت في أمر أو شرف مروم، فلا تقنع بما دون النجوم، فطعم الموت في أمر حقير كطعم الموت في أمر عظيم. الشعر من أجمل الطرق للتعلم العربية. Poetry is one of the best ways to learn Arabic. And it's exciting to see all of you studying. And I'll just add also, as you get into Arabic, it's a very deep language, and you learn the sirr al-huruf. There's a whole science of letters, like fa. Just to give you one example. Fa in Arabic is used for opening. So you'll notice if it begins a word, it almost invariably indicates some type of opening. So can you give me an example? Just a verb that begins with fa. Fataha, to open. Farraqa, to split between. Fallaja, to open. Fajwa, a chasm. So whenever you have fa at the beginning of a word, it usually indicates an opening. Mim, ma, often indicates a closing. Like masaka, to grab something. All right? So if you look at the word for mouth, which is what? Mouth. How do you say mouth? كيف تقولون mouth بالعربية? Fem. So fem is two letters, fa and mim. Mim, in order to say fa, you go fa, you open. In order to say mim is a closing of the mouth. So you have fem, which is where you open and close. That's what the mouth does. It opens and closes.
طيب دوبنا خلصنا من University of California at Berkeley. صراحة جامعة يعني مذهلة كانت. أنا إذا الجامعات حقتنا في العالم العربي كلها بالمنظر هذا أكيد حنطلع من الدول المتقدمة جدا يعني. تفتح النفس على الدراسة، منظر الكامبس، المنظر الطبيعي اللي موجود، الخضار، المكتبة العامة حقتهم، الفصول نفسها، فشيء يعني يشرح القلب صراحة. وإن شاء الله إحنا في الدول العربية يكون عندنا جامعات بهذا المستوى يعني. كذا حاجة طبعا جوا كان يمكن لفتت نظري يعني. واحد اللي هو الإقبال على اللغة العربية، يعني زي ما شفنا كان في الفصل تقريبا 20 أو 25 أحد كلهم غير ناطقين باللغة العربية. في بعض منهم كانوا اللي هم أصلهم عرب وبعدوا يعني أهلهم هاجروا لأمريكا من بدري، فبالتالي كانوا بعيدين عن اللغة العربية وبعيدين عن الدين، فحبوا إنه يرجعوا يعرفوا الكلتشر حقهم مرة ثانية يتعلموا اللغة العربية. في تانيين زي واحد هذا يهودا كان اسمه، واحد يهودي بيحضر الكورس وبيتعلم اللغة العربية يعني. و يعني أعتقد أن هذا شيء طيب يعني. حتى احنا عندنا الرسول عليه الصلاة والسلام يعني قال من تعلم لغة قوم أمن شرهم. فيعني هذول بيتعلموا لغتنا، فاحنا بالأحرى نسوي نفس الشيء.
الفلاح لدراسات الشرق الأوسط.
أقدم مدارس جدة اسمها الفلاح.
عجيب.
مدرسة الفلاح.
فهذا ما شاء الله هذا من إحسان بعض الإخوان في المملكة الذين يتبرعوا.
عشان كذا الاسم فيه الاسم تشابه الأسماء
ممكن جدا. نعم. فهذا تعرف عائلة علي رضا.
أيوة طبعا.
هم عبد الجواد عائلة.
حتى أظن هم العائلة هم اللي أسسوا الفلاح. أيوة أظن.
نعم.
Hello.
How are you doing, Lily? Fine. We came. We're going to see Emily.
Okay.
All right. So if you maybe you could tell her. Thank you.
Oh, acting nice.
هذا شوف هذا أسس في 1908.
أخذت هذه أنت؟
أهلا وسهلا.
مرحبا دكتورة.
مرحبا فيكم.
This is هذه دكتورة إيميلي غوترايك، فهي من المسؤولات هنا. وقلت لهم ما شاء الله المركز الفلاح أسس من وقف من قبل زينل اندستري، شركة زينل. هذه شركة سعودية. زينل شركة سعودية. وكذلك من أنا لاحظت ما شاء الله في واحد، أنا اسمي حمزة يوسف، وهذا الشيخ صلاح الدين يوسف حمزة عبد الجواد، وأستاذ خالد علي رضا. فهؤلاء ما شاء الله وهبوا الوقف الأساسي لهذا المركز. وأنتم ما شاء الله عندكم نشاطات
شوية إن شاء الله.
شوية. هي دكتور إيميلي درست في المغرب، فلها تخصص في الدراسات تاريخ المغرب. فلذا تتقن اللهجة المغربية.
عسلامة ولا هذا تونسي؟ عسلامة.
لا.
ما يقولون عسلامة؟
عسلامة لا بأس.
تونسي لا بأس.
لا بأس.
طريق
بس
سلامة.
المغرب لا بأس.
طريق سلامة.
طريق سلامة. تفضل.
أيوة عسلامة. تونسي.
رحت المغرب يمكن؟
تونس.
الحمد لله. فهذا نحن في قاعة سلطان هنا، وكذلك الوقف ما شاء الله جل الوقف من المملكة، من المحسنين هناك ومن أسر معينة. ف some of the programs, one of the things أنا قبل أن ندخل في الحديث، أنا من قبل الزيتونة نحن طلبنا منحة لنأتي بفرقة من فاس، فرقة المنشدين لغير المسلمين هنا في المنطقة. وفعلا الحمد لله هم أعطونا هذه المنحة، فنحن أتينا بالفرقة وهم أنشدوا في قاعة كبيرة جدا هنا، وإن شاء الله عندنا قطعة من تلك الأمسية نعرضها إن شاء الله في.
We were astonished when we came here and we met a lot of people they didn't know much about Islam and about the Middle East. So I think this is an area where it needs a lot of improvement.
Yes.
So what are you doing here in the center?
There is a growing interest you can't imagine among, I'm the advisor for the undergraduate major in Middle Eastern Studies. We've grown 400% since 9/11. There's an incredible interest. Arabic courses.
That's my belief. I mean, I really feel
Huge
it's just
interest.
taking off all over. I mean, I went to the other day, last week, to Barnes and Noble, and you know the Sparks, you know those study.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they're kind of summaries, the Sparks. They're very good.
Yeah.
They had a summary on Islam, and it's like 6 pages. It was so well written, so well done. I mean, literally, if somebody pretty much went through that with a teacher or something, they would have a really reasonably good grasp of the basic principles, the history of Islam, and it's this is the type of work. I know also that Collins, San Francisco HarperCollins, I mean, they have a project to do a serious Quran, study Quran like the study Bible.
Which is a popular press.
Very
it's not
popular.
Even an
No,
academic
it's
press.
huge.
Yeah.
And so I think the interest in Arabic studies, Islamic studies is real. And that's why this center, among many others in the U.S., are so important.
So the problem you see is in Arabs and Muslims that they are not going out and you know, socializing and mingling with others.
I have a friend of mine, Tarif al-Urabi, his wife, Ni'ma, rahimahullah, she died recently, but very, very wonderful Algerian lady. She was the daughter of Malik bin Nibi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Algerian thinker.
Sure.
She was in a Jewish butcher getting kosher meat, because a lot of Muslims eat kosher meat. Yeah. And there was a Jewish lady, and she's very light-skinned, and she was had her hijab on, and she said, Shalom Aleichem, and she said, Wa Alaikum Salam. And then she said, are you Jewish? And she said, no, I'm Muslim. And she said the lady physically started shaking. And so Ni'ma, she was a very, wonderful lady. She just gave her a hug.
Yeah.
And just, and just started talking. She said, you don't hate me, you don't. And she said, no.
Yeah.
She said, we're just,
Right.
human beings.
Right.
I mean, there's a hadith, our Prophet ﷺ said, al-mu'minu mir'atul mu'min. A believer is a mirror of a believer. And the point of the mirror is to show what's wrong with you. It's not really so you can just vainly look, and it's actually to be able to redress blemishes and things like that. And that's one of the things that Imam Shafi'i, somebody asked him, how did you get such good character? And he said, by always listening to my critics and taking what they had to say seriously. And that's why I think it's really useful for we in America really have to think seriously about the criticisms from other parts of the world, what they have to say about us, and really take them seriously. And on the other hand, I think the Muslims need to really take seriously a lot of the criticisms that Western people have of how they've behaved and responded to atrocities, because like a London cab driver said to me about 9/11. It was right after 9/11. I said, what do you think of that? And he said, well, I think America's done a lot of wrong things, but 2 wrongs don't make a right. And it's pretty basic. I want to really thank you for allowing us this opportunity to come here. It's a beautiful center, and I really wish you a lot of success in your work, and also Dr. Nizar as well, and all the other people involved in it. And barakallah feekum wa inshallah. نراكم على خير.
Jessica, how are you?
Good, how are you?
All is well?
Yes.
Weather is nice today, huh?
It is, it's a lot cooler.
Okay. As you know, the University of Berkeley is known to be one of the leading universities in voicing their opinions regarding whatever is happening around the world and in the U.S. What's your opinion in the war on Iraq?
Oh, I'm opposed. Very vehemently opposed to the war. Always have been.
Why?
I don't think we have any business there. I don't think the role of the U.S. should be that of the policeman, so to speak, the international policeman. I think regardless of whether or not the regime of Saddam Hussein was an oppressive one, it's not the U.S.'s place to overthrow that. It's not legitimate unless there's the backing of the entire world community.
Okay. Are you doing anything to voice that opinion, or is just something personal?
Well, actually, I am a freshman. I'm newly here at Berkeley. I grew up in Los Angeles, and when the war was first breaking out, I was pretty active in the Los Angeles protests and things like that. And now that I'm here at Berkeley, this is my third week living here. I'm sort of just getting a feel for the different avenues in which I can become active in that regard, and I'll tell you there are plenty.
Okay. Do you have any Muslim friends?
I do. I know quite a few.
What comes to your mind when I say Islam or Muslims?
Well, the first person that comes to mind is a good friend of mine whose name is Jamal, and I've known him for very many years, and his family as well. And they were probably the first Muslim family that I had intimate contact with. And with regards to them as people, I would not say that their religion had any basis on how I perceive them. They were always warm and welcoming. And I was always very curious about their religions, the holidays that they would celebrate, the different beliefs and traditions that they had. I wouldn't say that I subscribe to the prevailing view of Americans that Muslims are archaic, oppressive to women, so on and so forth. I think it's something that most Americans know very little about, and they tend to just slap these blanket generalizations on there about how they operate in the society, when in reality it's a religion with religious texts like anything else, and there are different levels that need to be addressed before you can make those generalizations.
Has your opinion after September 11th, were you more curious to know about Islam and Muslims, or has
Definitely.
your opinion changed?
It hasn't. I guess the only change would be that my curiosity was heightened because the matter seemed all the more pressing. I mean, it's after September 11th, I think we were all in this danger of generalizing Muslims and fearing them. And when fear is present, I think the best cure is knowledge and to learn more, because very often you end up finding out that fears are irrational and not based on anything with just cause, and education and finding out more is really the cure to that.
If you get a chance to say something to the Arab world, the Arab youth, what message would you like to deliver to them?
I'd like to tell them that we need to join together, that there should not be this rift between American youth, Arab youth. I hate the thought of our youth, the youth of America, our boys going off and killing your boys killing our boys and our girls. Not to say that women aren't involved. It's more and more we as a society, we as a global society move towards an international community, and America, I believe, is guilty in many ways of opting out of that. And I encourage both the youth of America and the youth of the Arab world to come together as part of that community.